One thing I'm curious about, Muel, is that you say you're an anarchist, but you also have good takes on China. Okay, look. I know that I have like a large portion of tankies in the in my audience. I am also a tanky. I am also an anarchiddy. Yeah. The reason that I say that I'm a pragmatist is also the reason that I engage in things like possible social change through electoral politics, right? You could be an anarchist. This is a crazy take, chat, but you could be an anarchist and understand that while you may not like the mode of government that China currently presents itself and uses, you can also understand that it would be impossible for them to transition to an anarchist style of living amongst the people, because in order to have that, you need like a broad consensus. You know what I mean? You need like a broad consensus of the people to do that. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It is pointless, endlessly criticizing authoritarian, countries. And, again, the word authoritarian, it kind of just doesn't apply in the same way. It's sovereignty shit. You know what I mean? We're talking about imperial periphery sovereignty, and you can understand being an anarchist that like the utopian anarchist commune world that we would prefer everybody to live in, as anarcho-communism, kind of leads towards. It's just kind of a faraway reality right now, and if you refuse to engage in, if you just decide that like everyone in China should riot because it's an evil authoritarian Marxist-Leninist country, you have like a brain disease, right? You have a fucking stupid. It's a brain disease called being too ideology pilled, right? You are too invested in ideology. Is this what people call Hegelianism, where like you focus on ideology but not material reality and imperial structures and shit like that? Like you just don't look at the world in it, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why, I will always say like, don't have a go at fucking anarchists in here. If anarchists are being like ideology pilled in that way, then yeah, I'm going to have a go at them and just be like, shut up, you're an idiot, right? But if tankies are also going, shut up, you're an anarchist, I'm going to say, shut up, you're an idiot, because, just because someone says they're an anarchist, it doesn't mean, like, if you are an anarchist, you should have the takes on China that someone like me has. You should have the takes on the imperial periphery that someone like me had. You should be a pragmatist, right? You should be a pragmatist. Anarchist in theory, Marxist-Leninist in the meantime, yes. And also, I'm not, I'm also Marxist-Leninist in theory, because in praxis, what fucking Soviets are we creating in the UK? There are none. What people's assemblies are happening in the UK? Fucking none, right? There is a very small amount of power that is being built in a Marxist-Leninist way in the UK. So we are also Marxist-Leninists in theory. You could do some praxis in that. You could also do anarchist praxis, right? Annexis. I just coined a new phrase. But, to sit there and be like, my ideology is right, I'm the right one, I'm the best guy, that is insane fascist purity cop thinking. I'm being real, right? The reason that people do that is because in our countries, in the imperial core, we are incentivized to be fucking purity cops, right? We're incentivized to be purity cops. Hey, Mountain Range, what's up? Yeah. I also just thought of the term tranky. Let's fucking go. The reason why you will find that, unfortunately, sometimes there is you will find there are two types of guy, right? And these people exist in real life as well. That it's not just an online phenomena, unfortunately for people. But if you you will find that the most annoying kind of leftist is either the absolutely like extreme puritanical anarchist, right? And also the armchair fucking communist tanky, right? These two people are the most fucking frustrating and annoying people in the world to deal with, because the tanky will be like, don't bother engaging with electoral politics, absolutely ridiculous, just join the Revolutionary Communist Party, just join fucking this organization, or just join the Communist Party, or just do this. And it's like, what are you talking about? You're not doing anything. You're a fucking letter writing org, right? That's what you're fucking doing. The anarchist on the other side will sit there and be like, you can't do any organizing because all these organizations that you join, all these trade unions, all these fucking tenant unions, they're all fucking fascist. They're all top-down authoritarian regimes. It's insane. It's stupid, puritanical bullshit thinking. It's why we haven't built any fucking power in the UK. It's why we haven't built any fucking power in fucking USA. You know, this kind of super hyper individualist, egotistic idea of like, my ideology is the best, and so I'm just gonna annoy everyone and attack everyone for having the wrong one. You know what I mean? I guess I've seen Marxist-Leninists that aren't armchairs, but not anarchists that have good take on AES. There are anarchists that have good takes on imperial periphery countries. Yeah. But you know, like a lot of people that annoy people, there is a loud minority. You know what I mean? Hey, Morrigan, do not get distracted by theory wankery. Yes, it's theory wankery. It's puritanical theory wankery. You know, chat, what you have to remember, a very, 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 very smart woman said to me once, well, she didn't say it to me, she actually said it to Sophie, said, purity is the antechamber of fascism. Right? It is just true. If you want to have the purest politics, if you want to have the purest organization, if you want to purge all of your fucking organizations from people who don't agree with you ideologically 100% on stuff, you are doing authoritarian fascism. You are doing fascism, right? And anarchists do this. I'm sorry, anarchists won't like to hear it, but they do that. It's not just, you know, a Stalinist phenomena. Right? And I think if you are engaging in this like LARP of like, oh, these anarchists are so stupid, or oh, these fucking tankies are so stupid, I think it's just like one of the most boring and fucking inane things to engage in, because you are talking about beef that is 100 years old that doesn't even really fucking exist anymore. You know? I don't mean to get hyper-focused on the brief mention of Hegel, but I do feel there's a time and place to engage in absolute idealism, as well as a time and place for dialectical materialism. Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could be pragmatic about this stuff. You know? That's it. That's it. Anyway, what's this fucking loser saying? I suppose if I had to put myself in a box, I'd be a monarchist. I know your chat isn't big on me, but I do thank you all for a new perspective. Though I differ a lot, I'm genuinely just trying to learn. My goal as a future priest isn't to be right or left. God is for all, hence my being here. Yo, that's crazy. Why are you a monarchist? That's crazy, bro. Yeah, you could stay. I think that... That guy was here for all of that. That guy was here for that whole bit. I totally forgot about that guy, because Hippie Marshmallow was like, hey, you're an anarchist that has good takes. What's that about?